Advocates for the Split Oak Forest packed a meeting of the Florida Wildlife Commission today in Orlando.
Yeah, the commission has a proposal on the table to lift a portion of a conservation easement so the Osceola Parkway can be extended. West 2's Dave McDaniel shows us a significant pushback from those who feel it's an all-around bad deal.
Evidence that widening existing roads or adding more roads doesn't in the long run actually reduce traffic.
One after another.
Please heed your mission of protecting Florida nature for her citizens.
After another.
A highway through 1,689 acre legally designated mitigation park is not only infuriating, it's environmentally insane.
There's a proposal to extend the Osceola Parkway 9 miles with just over a mile of it going through a section of the Split Oak Forest. For that to happen, Florida Fish and Wildlife, which holds the conservation easement, would have to set aside that protection for 160 out of nearly 1,700 acres.
It would basically eliminate all of the endangered species within the road's path.
Save Split Oak Forest has been battling to protect it for years. Established in the early 90s, they see this proposal as a significant threat.
We cannot afford to lose any more natural habitat.
The people advocating for Split Oak say it's about more than one road in one place. It's about making a promise and keeping it.
If they can just be gotten rid of to put a toll road through, then no conservation land or parks in the state of Florida is safe.
Part of the deal could include adding additional land, but Split Oak advocates say the land added may be additional acres, but perhaps not additional value, which caught the ear of at least one commissioner, wondering if the added land would need additional investment to make it comparable.
In order to take that 1,500 acres and make it what that picture is right there, that's going to take a lot of money.
The commission agreed to let its executive director keep brokering a possible deal, but promised it would only move forward with another vote. In Orange County, Dave McDaniel, West 2 News.
Orange County commissioners voted last week to no longer support the project, but it's not clear if that will impact anything. Split Oak Forest straddles the county lines, but the road extension is in Osceola County.